Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving deep into Michelle Smit, an online retailer. You've probably seen their ads, offering these massive discounts.
Yeah, huge discounts on health and beauty stuff. Things like um, Firm Essence, Clear Vision, Insta Smile, names like that.
Exactly. And when you actually go to the site, everything's priced in South African rand, so it seems like they're targeting a pretty specific audience there.
Right.
Our mission today is, well, it's pretty straightforward. The site looks incredibly professional, really convincing.
It does. The design is clean.
So we need to figure out, is this a genuine bargain? Or is it, maybe one of those untrustworthy shell retailers we sometimes see?
It's really important we look into this because that presentation, like you said, it's immaculate. The discounts pull you in, and that clean design, well, it makes you want to trust it right away.
Absolutely. The user experience feels polished,
Yeah.
clean categories, sections are organized, the cart system works perfectly. It all just screams premium, but discounted, like a legit retailer.
But what's fascinating here is how quickly that initial impression, that feeling of legitimacy, it kind of dissolves the second you actually try to verify anything about their
Right.
operation.
Right.
We found two really critical sort of structural uncertainties almost immediately.
All right, let's start with the products themselves then,
Yeah.
because that's the hook, isn't it? Those specific items.
Exactly. So take those names you mentioned earlier, Firm Essence or Clear Vision. We tried to trace them, like find who owns the brand or find a press release, maybe even just credible customer reviews.
Oh, yeah.
And we found almost nothing that wasn't directly linked back to the Michelle Smit website itself.
Huh. But wait, maybe they're just like a tiny startup focusing only on direct-to-consumer sales? Maybe skipping traditional marketing? Is it totally impossible? They just knew?
Well, it's highly improbable,
Yeah.
especially for beauty products claiming, half-price status and looking this professionally packaged, this lack of any external presence. That's a massive structural concern. It really suggests a tactic sometimes called vanity branding, where the retailer basically invents product names just for their site. It creates this weird verification loop. The only place you can confirm the product exists is on their website.
Right, that makes sense. So if the product isn't really traceable outside their bubble, then the company behind it is probably just as hard to pin down.
Precisely. Which brings us right to that second big uncertainty. Company transparency. Or, well, the lack of it.
Okay, so what did you find there? Or not find?
We look for the basics, the stuff you need for any legitimate e-commerce operation, particularly one targeting markets like South Africa. And what we found was this incredibly vague about section.
Vague how?
No company registration number, no verifiable physical address, and definitely no working phone number for customer service or anything like that. You're basically left with just a simple contact form.
Wow. So if you have a problem, need a refund, or want to do a return.
Exactly. That missing corporate anchor, that lack of real contact info, it's a huge warning sign. Good luck getting support.
And tying this back to the South African rand pricing, if a business is deliberately targeting a market that's, say, jurisdictionally far from wherever they're actually based, that distance itself can make it harder for customers to get help or protection, right?
It definitely raises the stakes. It increases the risk you're taking as a customer.
So, okay, people take the plunge, they buy something despite these flags.
Hmm.
What's the actual real-world feedback? We know the customer experiences seem, well, mixed.
Yeah, looking at the sources, there are kind of two main types of complaints popping up again and again.
I'm sorry.
One, significant shipping delays, sometimes months-long waits. And two, people receiving items that were clearly different from what they ordered, like a totally different product, maybe the wrong color, or just some generic equivalent.
Hang on, that's interesting. Why ship a different item? If it's dodgy, why not just take the money and run?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, shipping something, even if it's completely the wrong item, can be a tactical move.
Tactical how?
It allows the retailer to generate a tracking number, to claim proof of delivery. That makes things much more complicated if you, the customer, try to do a credit card chargeback or file a claim through PayPal or whatever.
Okay.
It shifts the argument. It's no longer, I never got anything, which is easier to prove. It becomes, I got the wrong thing. And that's often a harder battle for the customer to win with their bank or payment provider.
That's clever, in a shady way.
And even for the people who did eventually get their packages, and maybe it was the right item, customers consistently reported the quality just didn't match up, not what they expected from those slick professional ads.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what does this mean for you, the listener? based on everything we've gathered, we can't definitively label Michelle Smith a complete outright scam because some people did receive something.
Right, it's not quite that black and white.
But that cumulative lack of transparency, both for the company and the products themselves, plus all those fulfillment issues, there are just too many uncertainties here. We can't confidently call it trustworthy.
The overall judgment really has to be one of extreme caution. Our advice here is clear. Always, always do your own independent research. Look for reviews outside their website, reviews not linked from their site.
Good point.
And, crucially, only use secure payment methods, ones that offer strong buyer protection, especially when these kinds of deep, deep discounts are basically the only thing selling the product.
And here's something maybe to think about after this. If an online store relies solely on massive discounts and has zero external credibility, zero traceable corporate identity, what information beyond just your money might you be putting at risk every time you click that purchase button?